Austin School District is trying to dig itself out of a $30 million hole. The cuts have to be made in next year's budget before the district runs out of money. Kayla Norwood joins us live from AISD's headquarters, where a special task force discussed the issue. Kaylin?
Well, Mike, tonight this task force made it clear that this was a very grueling and intense process that actually took much longer than they were expecting. And moving forward, the school board will have some really tough decisions that they're just going to have to make. Now, in the list of recommendations tonight, no specific schools were on the chopping block. And that was intentional because those on the task force felt that it wasn't their place to make that decision. Instead, they looked at schools as a whole. Though no specific schools were mentioned, magnet schools did come up. The task force addressed the need for the district to take a closer look at what it costs for them to get students to and from those schools, because generally that number is high. And in the discussion, the task force mentioned this deficit wasn't this board's fault.
I've had conversations, including from prior facilities master plan folks, prior budget stabilization task force folks, that said many of the recommendations, if not most of the biggest ones, have been before this board, not necessarily this constituted, but this board of trustees and the superintendent before.
And I do want to start off by
Now, the Budget Stabilization Task Force made about 40 recommendations in all. Some of the other recommendations include adjusting facility rental fees and creating revenue by increasing the availability of childcare at district campuses and work sites. Now, off camera, some magnet school parents told me that they're not too concerned with these budget cuts. They're hopeful that their high-performing schools will be saved. Now, we'll just have to wait and see what the board decides this summer. Reporting live in Austin, Kayla Norwood, KVUE News.